EML, Week 12, we got the Jaguars, we got the Ravens. Both a couple of teams that have been in playoff contention in the AFC. Ike, you're in the AFC, so you're a bit more familiar with these two teams. What can you tell us about these guys?
Well, I'll start off with Baltimore. I've obviously in the division, already 2 meetings against them. The young prodigy that I like to call him. He's got a lot of promise. I think the future is bright for this young man. You know, he has a lot to learn, but just his knowledge of the game puts him at a real good advantage. We're just going to see a false start from Trevor Lawrence to start off again.
Flailing his arms out. That's not going to work. Not a good start to this Jaguars offense.
Yeah, that's a little bit unlike them, but they'll get it going here. Jags is a very respectable user. Definitely one of the top tier users in the league, as we see Etienne just busting off a 15-yarder to start it off. And that's who it's usually on the back of, Etienne with his MVP campaign, as we saw last year. Now we're seeing the wide receiver core coming together, and Trevor Lawrence getting some targets, getting some deep threats, and you know, it's just all coming together for them this season.
Yeah, it looked like they gave him the first down on that carry, so a gain of 15 to start out the game. But, I mean, Etienne hasn't quite been the heavy loader on offense as he was last year, but Jaguars have made it work. As see play action from Lawrence, maybe trying to look towards the sideline. Garrett Wilson tiptoes. And another big chunk. That is 2 chunk plays to start off the drive after the false start. It seems like they have not lost a step, even with the potential distraction of a false start. See shotgun from Lawrence, looking like a 4-3 look from Baltimore. Lawrence gonna roll out right, and he's gonna playmaker the tight end Landon Caldwell upfield. Landon Caldwell, the rookie, somehow a superstar at like 60-some overall, but I mean, he's utilized him in his scheme.
Yeah, you know, when you do come across a young guy like that has superstar dev trait, it just makes you want to develop him a little bit, and obviously that trait helps you a little bit out in that process, but it just shows you what he's capable of.
Yeah, with a lot of targets, they seem to get him the ball enough, at least, to get him involved in the scheme, but screenplay on first down only gets him a couple. So you see 2nd and 8. You got Tyreek Hill and Russell to the left, Caldwell and Garrett Wilson to the right. Lawrence taking the snap, deep drop, gonna fire to Tyreek in tight coverage, but he comes down with it. Only a gain of 3 on that one. Setting up 3rd and 5. This would be a big stop for Baltimore early on if they want to make their presence known.
Yeah, Jags been moving down the field, not easily, but, you know, fluently, and this would be big if Baltimore is able to force a 3-and-out here near the red zone.
They're going to fire right at the middle to Russell and absolutely smacked. Oh my goodness. Looked like he might have had him up the middle. And a good release. A window to throw to. And I could not tell who the safety was, but he just jarred that football out right at the point of... Jeez. But Jacksonville settling for 3. And sorry, go ahead with what you were going to say.
Double post concept on that left side. And, you know, he threw it right at the point where he'd break in on the post route and right toward the safety, a hard-hitting safety, I would imagine. He's got a couple young guys back there. I'm sure we'll say their names plenty as this game goes on, but now flip the script over to the Ravens side. And they can do a little bit of everything themselves. I'm excited to watch them.
Yeah, younger user. Definitely in a developing process, but a lot of pieces to use. Lamar Jackson, J.K. Dobbins, who they go to here on first down. It's going to be a gain of about 3, but plenty of targets out wide. You got Marquise Brown, Mark Andrews, Rashad Bateman. There's plenty of places to go. So we see 2nd and 7, gun tight set against the nickel. Lamar going to fire it, nearly intercepted right in the area of Miles Jack. Looked like Josh Allen on the pressure there, and that is a name that has been a key cornerstone of this Jacksonville defense. Josh Allen leading the league, if I'm not mistaken, in sacks. Tied for the lead, at least.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I think at 13, if I recall, on the year. Lamar going to try and take a deep shot. Double coverage and nearly intercepted by Trey Herndon. Trying to get it to Hollywood Brown. I don't know if he's quite the one-on-one throw the ball up in the air and hope he gets it kind of target, but 3 and out for Baltimore. So they'll give the ball right back. Cam Russell waiting. And excellent coverage by the special teams unit. Taking it down right at the catching.
Man, that sequence by Baltimore, it was a little bit unlike him. I don't know, he doesn't necessarily stretch the field. He does have, Marquise Brown, Bateman. He does have some speed, but his go-to targets over the middle are Mark Andrews and J.K. Dobbins, who actually lead the team in targets and reception. So they'll grow into it.
Landon Caldwell going to fall forward on the animation. Get a gain of 9, but hopefully for Baltimore, that was just kind of a drive to get a feel for what the Jacksonville defense will be like. Get a feel for their kind of pressure and coverage. But 2nd down, as we see play action again, Lawrence hit as he throws, and it's nearly caught.
Oh.
It looked like it was going to be intercepted there, but Jacksonville survives to see another down, and on 3rd and 1, I expect them to try and just punch it up the middle with ETN for 1st down, as we see gun trips, but by the play art, looks like it will be inside zone. We'll see what Baltimore can do. Maybe shoot the gap as they come out in 5-2. They split Caldwell out wide. Still in a 3-point stance out there. But you know what? ETN's going to take it up the middle, get the 1st down and more. Takes it to the 35-yard line.
I like that concept. You had a good chunk play on 1st down, so you had a 2nd and short, and you go ahead and take a deep shot, because if you don't get it, you can come back on 3rd down. You only need 1 yard. And with that down and distance, he's able to spread out the field, try and get a, not a stack the box type personnel, but still able to get just the yard they need.
As we see guns split, little shovel option. They're going to go to ETN. That's going to be a gain of maybe 3. I know we've seen a lot of triple options where they kind of pitch it back, but shoveling it forward like that, I have not seen very often. I've seen it recently in the past couple weeks, but that seems to be a new concept in EML, at least for myself. I don't know about you.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the newer ones. It's an interesting one that you definitely have to practice. You can't just read it just like any normal read option. There's so many moving pieces in that play.
Play action. Lawrence trying to go right up the middle. They get it to Caldwell. We're talking about how they're getting him in this scheme, and they've already thrown it to him 3 times already. That one, a big chunk, gets him all the way to the 28-yard line. Being gun tight again. Maybe they try to take the deep shot. Oh, wait, right there, though. Double coverage. Tyreek Hill, number 11? Is that who that is?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
Okay. Wasn't sure they were going to there, but is he coming out in Hail Mary? He is coming out in Hail Mary. On 2nd and 10. This, unless he's audibling out. Yeah, now he audibles. Okay. I was going to say that was a bizarre play call on 2nd down, of all things, to come out in Hail Mary. But they're just going to hand it off to ETN and take it up to the 25-yard line. Odafe Owe on the stop, setting up 3rd down once again for Jacksonville in field goal range. See if they can capitalize this time around. But for Baltimore, they'd love to keep this a 1-possession game. What? Okay. Don't know what that was. But 3rd and 7, 5 wide. Gonna go underneath. Nearly intercepted, but Tyreek Hill comes down with it. Man on man. Averett was right there, but he could not haul it in. Tyreek just snagged it out of his hands.
Yeah, Anthony Averett, the speedster corner out of Alabama, is going to have his hands full, but that is going to be a matchup to watch.
Watch the seam Caldwell. I can tell he's going to look that way. And he's going to go actually corner the end zone with it as Wilson hauls it in for the touchdown. And I don't know if that was just broken coverage or something, but defender was nowhere near him. He just fit it over the top as the ruling on the field is upheld. Touchdown it is. I'm not even sure how that could have happened, because that was a Salem concept where he's supposed to run it in, but somehow just got sat in the corner of the end zone. Nonetheless, Jacksonville now up 10-0 as we approach the final minute of the first quarter. Davian Duke gonna try and return it. Takes it to the 29 before getting smacked to the ground. Let's see if they're more successful on their second drive. Maybe they settle down a bit, having had a good look at this Jacksonville defense and how they play. Single back, doubles on the left with a couple tight ends on the line as Lamar is gonna go play action. Does he have him over the top? Marquise Brown, it's just too easy. The speed of Hollywood Brown, and just like that, one play, touchdown for Baltimore. And we got a one-score game again, Ike.
Gosh, yeah, just like that. It's not something that he abuses, not something that he spams, but it's something in his personnel. He just does his play-action boot rollout and lets Hollywood do the rest over the top, and he burns you deep, and that's one play to get him right back in this game.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of users kind of use that concept. I know the Seahawks in the first couple seasons was a known user of that particular play. But, yeah, just easy play with the speed of Lamar Jackson to escape the pocket and just fire it over the top to Hollywood. 10-7 ball game, though. Jacksonville will get it right back, as it only took a few seconds off the clock, so we're still in the first quarter, but we do have ourselves a game. Let's see if Baltimore can maybe capitalize off a turnover potentially, as Lawrence gonna roll out to his left. Doesn't quite have the escapability of Lamar Jackson, and it falls incomplete. Patrick Queen had it. Just threw it up for grabs and was right there.
Man, if you're Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars, you got to be more disciplined. Just throw that ball away. There is no need to throw that. And on the flip side, Patrick Queen is not going to drop two of those, so he's going to be looking to get his hands on one of them.
And that one is incomplete. Tried to hit Caldwell on the corner on the levels concept. That's going to set up 3rd and 10. Yeah, I mean, that throw was probably the second one we've seen today where it's just basically been up for grabs and has luckily fallen incomplete. But 3rd down, see gun tight again. Let's see what they do. Play action. Looks like man on man, and Tyreek Hill easily defeats his man. Takes it out of bounds at the 49-yard line to move the chains. 1st down and still only 34 seconds left in the first quarter.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they have their defensive backs lined up, but in that personnel, Chuck Clark is no match for Tyreek Hill, so that might be something that they try and take advantage of. There is not some kind of adjustment on the defensive side.
Yeah, especially in man-on-man matchups, but Trevor Lawrence gonna try and hit Tyreek on the corner. He does, and just like that, almost almost celebrated a bit too early, but Jacksonville responding with a deep shot of their own to their own speedster. And that's going to make it a 17-7 game. We still are in the first quarter. This could potentially be a shootout, people. You might want to tune in for this one if things hopefully don't get out of hand. I'm hoping that this could be at least a close game. Baltimore definitely the underdogs in this one. No offense to them, but, you know, if they can kind of establish themselves and get something going here on this drive. Keep pace. Drive for drive at Jacksonville would definitely be something to build upon as they go I almost said Jack Dobbs. J.K. Dobbs. Dobbins. Jesus. God. J.K. Dobbins, not Jack Dobbs. Gain of 9. Second down, they got a little, kind of a bunch there. They're going to go underneath the Kiki Kuti, who he's going to have to work on his stop and goes. But moves the chains, first down at the 44. This wide receiver core goes deep. You know, we talked about Hollywood and Rashad Bateman, but I believe they got, they have some, like, second-year player, don't they? Rookie last year. I forget who it is. I'm trying to think. It escapes my mind. It's not Chris Olave. That's Jets.
It's the return man that got smacked earlier.
Duke?
I believe it's Duke.
Duke, that's who it is.
Keldon Duke.
Gotcha. Duke, and then, of course, Kiki Kuti, as we saw on that completion. And we see 2nd and 7 now. Lamar, deep drop, going to fire it up the middle. Got Rashad Bateman. Now Baltimore starting to drive down the field.
You know, and obviously with Jags training, we get to see, you know, his thought process and how he game plans. He did briefly go to the zone drops and is strictly trying to prevent any of those deep crossers, play action, Marquise Brown specifically, from burning him. And that's opening up a lot of the, you know, dink and dunk game that we've seen happen on this drive.
Yeah, it opens up the run game as well, as we see J.K. Dobbins get about 4 on the first down. Setting up second down, Lamar Jackson activated. Don't know if he has been for a play or two, but he is now. So you might want to watch him. I formation, maybe another run. Dobbins going to get tripped up. Number 99, can't tell you who that is. It's something Hart. I swear I want to say Josh Hart, but I know that's not right.
That's a different sport.
Yeah, I'm aware. But you see 3rd and 3. A little weak set. Lamar. Little mesh concept. They go to Hollywood. And another first down. Lamar 4 for 6 for 111. And Hollywood with his second catch of the game. Moves him down to the 17 inside the red zone now. Jacksonville trying to do all they can to stop this Baltimore offense. And Dobbins is going to fall kind of forward. I guess he gets a gain of 2. It's going to set up 2nd and 8. Let's see who they go to. They're going to try corner. Ooh. Mark Andrews one-on-one, and not sure, was that Andre Cisco on the breakup?
I think it was Cisco. You know, I'm not going to shy away from that matchup. Mark Andrews has been his go-to guy, especially near the red zone. And it's a matchup I don't expect him to always win, but I wouldn't shy away from it as this game goes on.
3rd and 8, they're going gun empty. Everyone out wide. They're going to hit J.K. Dobbins, and he's in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Looked like a little scissors concept, maybe. I wasn't quite sure. Maybe a corner, something. But J.K. Dobbins, as he misses the extra point, which keeps it a 4-point game. Which means in the situation that he needs to get the lead, he will need a touchdown. But, of course, you know, we're only halfway through the second quarter. Still plenty of football left. But now we get to see Jacksonville on the return. Cam Russell trying to get it outside. Cam Russell nearly broke it. Gets it all the way to the 38-yard line. Now we get to see Jacksonville on the field once again. All 3 of their drives have resulted in points. Their last 2 touchdowns. Let's see if Baltimore can get a stop. First down, I formation against 4-3. It's going to be a handoff ETN. He's going to bounce it outside, get tackled Patrick Queen. Gain of 4. And if you're Jacksonville up by 4, do you want to resort more to the run or try and continue to take deep shots or spread the field? What do you do if you're Jacksonville?
Man, you know, Jacksonville's one of the smarter users. You know, he has pretty good clock management, so I would expect him to want to use as much clock, especially when you have the lead. This could potentially be the last drive of the game if you play this right.
Or at least of the half, right?
Yeah.
And they're going to shovel it out, and it's a fumble nearly picked up. Jacksonville, once again, lucky to get that back. But that will force a 3-and-out. That could have turned the tides greatly. But a punt that's going to roll into the end zone for a touchback. We'll put them at the 20-yard line. Baltimore gets 2:27 and 3 timeouts to put some points on the board for the end of half. And if I'm not mistaken, Baltimore does get ball second half.
Yeah, Baltimore get the ball second half, so they have a chance to kind of double up, if you will. You know, get some kind of points, whether it's 3, whether it's 7, or 6 if they miss the PAT.
Yeah. Maybe
Maybe
they go for 2. Who knows?
Yeah, that's true. They could go for 2, try and get that.
Get it back up to 21, get that point back. Very well could. But Lamar now in shotgun on 2nd and 4. He's going to go underneath the Dobbins, but the defender, looked like Trey Herndon, I believe, was right there. They could be a bit more patient. That wide receiver route, if that was a corner out route, might have been open if he was looking that way, but that'll set up 3rd and 4. Lamar once again in shotgun, gun trips. Lamar gonna roll out right. He's gonna take off with it maybe. Lamar gets the first down, gets out of bounds at the 32. So it does move the chains. And Jacksonville had tried all that he could, but kind of got stuck with the wide receiver trying to get around him. Could not quite do so, but now Lamar with 5 wide, empty backfield. Still X Factor activated. And he's just going to have to throw that one away. Dropping back a bit too far. Allowing the contains to get around the edge. But again, it's plenty of time, 3 timeouts. So just kind of focus on getting first downs. Chunk by chunk. 2nd and 10. Lamar gonna fire, and that's gonna be nearly intercepted.
Jeez.
Darren Lee looked like out there. Had the play read. He knew those receivers are gonna be heading towards that side of the field. And we'll set up 3rd and 10. Potential chance for Jacksonville to get the ball back, maybe. With the failure of a conversion, as we see firing and incomplete. And Jacksonville, once again, seemingly reading the mind of this Baltimore offense. That'll set up a 3-and-out of their own. Punting it back to Cam Russell, who's going to call fair catch at the 19. So now he's got 1:29 and 3 timeouts.
We have a special request directed at you.
Oh, yeah?
But to read chat.
Read
just
chat?
a little more often. Yeah. Just tune in.
No. I guess I can do that. So we see 2nd and 7 outside to Caldwell. He's going to get out of bounds after a first down. Have we noticed people using D-line? I mean, kind of. I mean, Jacksonville, we know, likes to user Josh Allen, so I suppose, yes, I've noticed that. But ETN, wide up the middle, and he's gone. Just open the Red Sea up the middle, some missed tackles, and the speed of ETN Just too much for this Baltimore defense, the secondary. And that is going to put them up pending the extra point, 24-13. It's been a high-scoring game so far, Ike.
Yeah, these two are really just going back and forth, and you really yet to see either of them slow down. They're both taking shots. They're both moving down the field consistently. I expect it to slow down eventually, maybe become a little bit more of a chess match in the second half, the more they learn about each other.
Yeah, I haven't seen any turnovers yet that to get this game out of hand, but some 3-and-outs forced. But Baltimore will still get a chance to score before end of half. They're going to go underneath. The Kiki Kuti is going to turn it upfield, take it to the sideline, gain of 15. That'll stop the clock at 55 seconds. Just a lot of underneath routes and kind of going towards the sideline for Baltimore. Haven't really fired it towards the middle inside the numbers much. See what they do here on first down. Lamar gonna fire it. J.K. Dobbins this time, and he'll get out of bounds at the 49. So maybe they're reading this defense a bit better. Had the user reading the left side, now kind of moving towards the right side of the field for reading their progressions. But a couple successful plays gets them to the 49. 51 seconds. Haven't had to use any timeouts yet. And that's going to be a screen play that just barely gets off, but that is going to be a loss. Great pressure by this Jacksonville defense to get there and basically blow that play up and force Baltimore to take their first timeout. Set up 2nd and 13. Lamar gonna go to Dobbins, and he's gonna run out of bounds at the 42. Set up 3rd and 3. 38 seconds left. Baltimore would love to get at least in field goal range. Of course, at the 42 with Justin Tucker, they might already be in field goal range, but you know, you'd always love to get a bit closer. So we see gun bunch from Lamar. He's going to roll out. He's going to try and take off, maybe. And he gets to Andrews. No, he drops it.
Oh, man.
Thought he had him baited to maybe take off for the first down.
Yeah, I thought that was a good playmaker, you know, and then make the user decide whether he's going to take away Lamar or Andrews. And I think he just already committed to throwing that ball. When if you would have slowed it down, you would have saw that Lamar could have taken off.
Yeah, and they're going to go for it on 4th and 3. I mean, probably, if I had to guess within the rules. I don't have them in front of me, but with how this game's going, you're going to need to keep up with Jacksonville, so why not? They're going to try Lamar. Does he want to take off? I don't think he can. He's got to... Oof. Whoa. Not on the same page. Looks like he had him wide open at the last minute for the first down, but inaccurate throw. Turnover on downs. Just a bad break for Baltimore.
Yeah, that defender in the flat route just committed to Lamar, just forcing that throw under pressure while he's on the run, and just an inaccurate throw on 4th down. It's unfortunate. Jacksonville
will now get a chance to put more points on the board. More than the 24 they've already put. Let's see if they decide to kind of get in field goal range right away, or if they want to kind of go underneath and use up their timeouts. They're going to try outside, and Wilson. That's a risky throw with the defender there. But it does work. They get the toes in. It's a first down. Don't have to use a timeout. 17 seconds. See what they decide to do here on 1st and 10. It's going to be play action. Lawrence gets it to Tyreek, who holds on. 11 seconds left to the 34, which gets them in field goal range. I think here you want to at least maybe take one shot at the end zone, or at least a big chunk.
Yeah, I definitely call, like one of your go-to plays, see what the defensive look looks like, see if it's something you can try and take advantage of. Maybe it's just something you settle for over the middle and then call a timeout.
Lawrence going to fire it up, double coverage. It's caught! Garrett Wilson with 5 seconds left just threw up a prayer. Oh my God. Nothing can go wrong for Jacksonville today.
Gosh, yeah, as Lawrence rolled out of the pocket, I was just examining the field, didn't think any of those routes were worth targeting. Nothing just looked appetizing, but Trevor Lawrence just trusting his guys, that kind of rapport, to trust his guy in a 50-50 ball situation. Garrett Wilson just coming down with it.
And
clutch.
I thought he was going to try and maybe read the field a bit and had the user on the left side one-on-one against Tyreek. But, man, that kind of trust in your receivers. And, there's some good receivers. But, man, I was not expecting that play to work out the way it did. But it actually is Jacksonville getting the ball back in the second half.
No.
Or is it not? Or am I just stupid?
No, this is the start of the third quarter.
No, it is. I'm aware. Oh, does Baltimore just have their away uniforms on? No, they do. Okay. I don't know why I haven't noticed that this whole time, but sure. All right. It's been... Jeez. I can't say it's... Yeah, it's been a day. I can't say it's been a long day because I haven't done nothing, but it's just been a day. We'll just say that. Lamar Jackson, 2nd and 6. Might have the corner. He does. Bateman, can he keep both feet in? He can. And, I mean, those stats, they look good. 188, 2 touchdowns for Lamar. He's been able to spread the ball across the field. Just the offense has been a bit less consistent than they were hoping for, especially trying to keep up with Jacksonville. Fresh set of downs are going to go underneath the Andrews, and he's going to get walloped, but they're going to give him the first down. They do. That's Mark Andrews' first catch of the day. Lamar going to roll out right and right to... Is that Ambry Thomas?
I think that's Daniel Thomas.
Daniel Thomas.
Hybrid safety corner, whatever you want to call him, but in on that kind of personnel and making a play against a ball intended for Hollywood Brown.
Well, now Jacksonville going to come out in Wildcat. They're just going to hand it off to ETN. Spinning off a tackle. He's already at 114 on only 9 carries. Of course, most of that coming off of that big break of a run towards the end of the first half. We'll see what Jacksonville does. Up 18. They try and slow down the offense, take some time off the clock. A nice long methodical drive, perhaps. 2nd and 5, Wildcat again. ETN just right up the middle. Absolute open space. And that was against 7 rushers. Just wide open space up the middle. This Baltimore defense, I think, a bit on the younger side, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of young players there, but Lawrence gonna roll out right. He's gonna take off. He will. And now an injury to Jawan Taylor, offensive tackle. I believe the blindside tackle, if I'm not mistaken. Second and 5 now. They're going to hand off to ETN. He's going to try and get outside, but met by defenders. That's going to set up 3rd and 6. A little pistol formation, looks like. Etienne in the backfield. Trips left. Play action. They'll get it to Wilson. I don't know why you're going for the hit stick there. Well, he goes for it there, and he tried to hurdle him. But it looks like Jawan Taylor is okay. Will hopefully return later in this game. Just a slight foot sprain. But moving the chains to the 24-yard line. Fresh set of downs. Lawrence in the shotgun. Got Wilson alone on the right. Hill and Russell on the left. And they're going to hand it off to Etienne to the 23. I mean, if you're Baltimore, do you kind of... I mean, what's the plan here to kind of get the ball back? Do you just hope for the stop, or do you want to turn on aggressive tackling and fumbling, stripping the ball, perhaps?
Yeah, I don't know. You don't want them to put up any kind of points whatsoever. So I'm really, I'm hit sticking, turn on aggressive, everything. I'm most importantly, I'm sending a lot of pressure, making Trevor Lawrence make a quick read and a quick throw.
Well, just as we speak, he just lobs it up underneath and gives the ball back. And that is M. Wright. Not sure about a first name.
Michael Wright, the speedster out of Oregon, one of the fastest in the game.
Gonna go underneath the Boyle, the tight end / fullback, and now Kevin Zietler, another offensive lineman, goes down. But they move the chains on that one. Let's see what Baltimore can do here. Is they're gonna have Lamar roll out. He's gonna take off with it now. Miles Jack just kind of jumps over him, avoiding the penalty. Could not tell you what that throw was by Trevor Lawrence. But Lamar going to go underneath. Bateman met by Campbell. Baltimore going to go hurry up. I think that extra point would have definitely helped them. But they're just going to check it down to Dobbins. Move the chains. They do have an entire fourth quarter if they, under perfect circumstances, if they're going for a comeback. Now we see a gun bunch against what looks to be dime. Lamar going to go up the middle and pass interference. Tyson Campbell. Slot corner on Mark Andrews. The size difference there. You're going to have to grab around him to try and prevent him from making the catch. But refs are going to call it almost every time. They're at the 15-yard line. Let's see if they can capitalize. Jackson still rolling back and gets it to Kuti and Trey Herndon. Don't know if he was trying to go for the tackle or the interception, but completely missed him. Sets up 2nd and 4. Jackson, he's going to try and roll out right. He does, and incomplete throw.
Oh, my goodness.
Had him wide open. Maybe he would have been able to take off, perhaps, with the defenders kind of falling down. And now 3rd and 4 as we see triple set on the right. Dobbins underneath. It's going to be a draw play, and that is not going to work.
Good.
As he gets smacked. It looked like... I don't... How do you pronounce Sanders? Is it Myjay, or how do you pronounce that?
Good luck.
Myjay Sanders? I don't know. But absolutely blowing up J.K. Dobbins on that halfback draw. Giving the ball right back. 2nd turnover for Baltimore. As Trevor Lawrence under center. To probably be another handoff to Etienne. He's going to take it outside. Only gain of 2. Approaching the end of the third quarter. Looked like another Thunder Smoke 4-3, just all-out blitz, basically. Is now they're going to toss it outside ETN, hurdling and just diving for the first down. That will be the end of the third quarter. 31-13. Same score as we had at halftime. It's been pretty much all Jacksonville. We saw Baltimore a little bit early on. Had a couple touchdown drives going, but Jacksonville, their entire first half was basically all touchdowns, with the exception of the field goal. It's been all scoring drives, but now in the second half, it's basically just been kind of chewing clock. Running at it with ETN, getting him some yards. Fresh set of downs, little single back ace set. Clock down to 4. ETN again. Tackled by Patrick Queen, and another injury. That is Jowers. Yeah, what are you freaking out about in the chat? What is OP? Is it the dive where you don't get hit as you dive? Is that it? Is it the halfback pass? It's the halfback pass and Tyree kill. Little possession catch. And we got a timeout. Is that from the Ravens? Possibly. Not sure. Let's see if they're saying it. Oh, okay. I think it was Ravens with the timeout. Not sure what they, yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe, nah, because this is the Jags perspective for the game, so it can't be Jags subbing out. Well, I mean, they're doing so in formation subs, but
Ravens was just he was just having an exchange with the Jaguars in main chat
over the halfback pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something he likes to pull out of his trickery hat from time to time. ETN trying to get the corner, and he does, and little dive to the end zone, falls up just short. That would have been a pretty hilarious animation to see happen. Just ETN diving for the end zone, kind of get carried in. That would have been pretty good. And does ETN get subbed out? I mean, not sure, because he does only have one touchdown. I think he's about 170, 180 yards, so don't know. Maybe he'll go into formation subs and give somebody else he's just gonna kneel it. Just take as much time off as he can, it looks like, or at least just get the clock going. Yeah, he's just gonna kneel it. He is not risking anything. I mean, unless maybe Baltimore told him he just wants to get out of this game as soon as he can, perhaps. Was that in DMs, or was that just in main chat or match coordinating, where was this kind of discussion happening?
No, he subbed in Chris Strebler, as you can see under center right now, and he's planning on doing a QB sneak with him.
Okay.
But he didn't.
No, it's just a handoff.
No, not a QB sneak. It is a handoff.
Yeah, it looks like he was just trying to take time off the clock there. Just prevent running up the score. Good on him.
And if he did score, it was an attempt to definitely get some clock movement. It's a good sportsmanship move.
Yeah. Good on his end. Especially after, well, I don't want to talk down on him, but we definitely had our run-ins with him last season over stat padding. but it's good to see that there's a little bit of sportsmanship in Madden, especially in this age of Madden, with all the toxic aspects of the community. But let's see if Baltimore can maybe put up a nice touchdown drive, maybe get their morale up a bit. They're going to go screen on the first play. Dobbins. And it's a bit interesting, you know, Baltimore hasn't really changed their scheme, regardless of whether they're down by 7 or 21. It's been a lot of these underneath routes, kind of stretching the field. They've taken deep shots when they can, but I don't know. Not much has changed, and it's hurting their chances of a comeback if they're even attempting it. With taking time off the clock as they go underneath the Brown. Out of bounds he goes at the 49. Well, you know, that's why you're not in the league, Soren. He says, fuck sportsmanship. I want to make my opponent rage quit. Lamar going to roll out. Is Sanders going to be able to catch him? He cannot. Gets out of bounds. While we're at it, if you're watching, you haven't hit the follow button, please do. We're trying to get this up to 50 followers like they did with Soren's channel. Get some nice predictions and stuff with affiliate going. A little bit more interaction with the users. Yeah, look in the chat. Hit the follow. It's free, and you can always change your mind, as the YouTubers say. Just for now, yeah. About to release EML Premium, where you have to pay money to be a part of the league. It's gonna be a money league in the next few years. 3rd and 10 underneath Andrews, tiptoeing the sideline. He's not gonna quite get the first down. Fourth and 1. Goal line formation. Are they just gonna run it up the middle? No, they go play action. Lamar just gonna run it or fire it right to Miles Jack. And if that hasn't sealed it, I don't know what will.
Yeah, those routes were open almost the entirety of that, you know, play action, but by the time he threw it, by the time he made up his mind, it just wasn't covered. You need to do some kind of user playmaker there just to get somebody open.
Yeah, I mean, you just kind of leave yourself with less room to work with sprinting towards the sideline like that. It's a direct line between defender and receiver compared to having the entire field to work with, but let's see, Jacksonville just kind of sub in their backups, run out this clock with some fun little... Ooh, McCormick. Just going to run down the sideline, and... Oh, my God. Oh, I would... Oh, that's... And now a flag at the end. Unnecessary roughness. See, that's the kind of play where I would not blame him for taking it in. As much as, you know, we want people to follow the rules, like that's too good of a play to pass up. Jeez. McCormick was just flying around the field for a good 20 seconds. But hit the 2-minute warning. Chris Streveler looked like a read option, maybe. Yeah, they go read option. Streveler can't quite get it outside. That'll take them to the 16. Rest of the clock runs out. 3rd and 12 now. Let's see if they just go for the first down, perhaps. Lawrence running outside. Potts gets him on the sack, and Baltimore taking the timeout. They want to give themselves a little bit of time to work with on their potential final drive. Gonzalez on the kick from 48. Clock's not moving, so you can just take your field goal whenever, Jacksonville. Not sure what the plan is here as we wait for him to kick the ball with the clock not moving. There he is. Kick is up. 37-13. It could potentially be your final score pending Baltimore maybe getting the last minute drive going. Just for style points, but yes, Duval. A nice road win for Jacksonville. Man, that would have been definitely a statement play if he had made him fumble on the kickoff, but yeah, Jacksonville, I believe, moves up to, what is it? I don't even know the records, so I can't even say. I'm gonna fire Bateman, incomplete. Lamar Jackson is gonna fire it, incomplete. A bit of an up and down day for Baltimore. They had some good drives, and then they kind of just lost it. You know, had to keep up with Jacksonville to stay in this game, but could not do so. And Campbell drops an easy one. Any tips for Baltimore or for either team going forward you got for us, Ike?
Man, I mean, Baltimore, it didn't look like his normal self, in my opinion. He usually has a decent game plan and sticks to it, and I felt like he was trying to play catch up with the Jaguars, and that's a tough task to do. You know, Jaguars came in and did his thing, and made a statement early, and then just took off, and Baltimore just wasn't able to keep up, and I think that took him away from his original game plan a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean, I kind of brought it up earlier. Okay. Lamar just gonna be smacked to the ground, and Allen
Oh, love these
tripped
animations.
up. Yeah,
So good.
but as I was saying, yeah, Baltimore didn't really deviate from their game plan much. It was a lot of the same stuff, just kind of crossers, corners, towards the sideline. Didn't really change much, even regardless of what the score was, the situation was, and just kind of became too predictable for Jacksonville. As they will take their final knee downs to finish this game off. Lawrence just telling this Baltimore crowd to shut up.